If you are working 40 hours a week, barely making ends meet, and the idea of starting an online business feels overwhelming, I get it, I've been there, and you're tired of trading time for money and never getting ahead. My name is Vadim Vinogradov. I went from having no capital, no fancy network, to building an online reselling business that hit 25K a month in under 60 days. And I have helped others do the same, even from absolute scratch. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact process I'd follow if I had to start from absolute zero today, with nothing but my laptop or my phone and an internet connection. Imagine 6 months from now, you wake up and instead of rushing the job you hate, you check your phone and see orders already coming in. Your business is paying for your lifestyle, and you actually have the time to enjoy it. Stick with me until the end, and I'll leave you with a step-by-step plan to go from zero to your first 5-10K a month in online reselling or building e-commerce business, even if you have no prior experience. The biggest reason people fail at making money online isn't because they're not smart or hardworking. It's because they're focused on the wrong things. They try to build the perfect brand before they've made a single sale. They jump from one business model to another every 2 weeks, and when they don't see instant results, they quit. If I were starting from scratch today, my mindset would be simple. Find proven demand, solve a real problem, and get sales as fast as possible. Because here's the truth. Your business doesn't exist to serve your passions. It exists to solve problems for other people. Look at James Dyson. Before he ever made a profit, he built more than 5,000 prototypes of his vacuum cleaner. Why? Because traditional vacuums lost suction over time, and he was obsessed with solving that problem. He didn't start with branding, logos, or social media ads. He started with a product people genuinely needed to be better. Today, Dyson is a multi-billion-dollar company, all because he solved a problem people actually cared about. That's exactly how I think about reselling. Find what people are already buying and figure out how to make it easier, faster, or better for them. The first step is pick the right business model for speed. If I had $0, I would not start with manufacturing my own products or building a brand from scratch. That takes time and takes money. Instead, I would start with reselling or dropshipping, models that let you test quickly and generate cash flow without huge upfront investment. Speed matters in the early stages. The goal isn't to be unique yet, but it's to prove you can sell something and make profit. The second step, find proof of demand. Most beginners fail here. They choose a product they like, not what the market wants. If I'm starting again from zero, I would go to platforms like eBay, Etsy, Amazon, or Facebook Marketplace and see what's already selling like crazy. Jeff Bezos did the same thing with Amazon. He didn't start as the everything store. He started with just books because demand was proven and books were easy to store and to ship. Your product choice should be based on data, not on guesswork. The third step is to get your first sales fast. Once I have picked up my product, my only mission is to get 3-5 sales as quickly as possible. I'm not worrying about perfect branding, custom packaging, or building an Instagram feed that looks aesthetic. I'm focused purely on proving people will pay for what I'm selling. The Airbnb founders are a perfect example here. When they were broke, they sold cereal boxes during the elections just to keep their business alive. Not glamorous, but it worked. Those early sales kept them going until they became the Airbnb, the company that we know today. The fourth step is to build a repeatable system. Once I know a product sells, I want to turn that into a system so it runs without me doing everything. That means A/B testing my listing photos until they convert consistently, writing a product description template that I can use again and again and again, outsourcing delivery, customer service, and photography. Nike started like this. Phil Knight sold shoes from the trunk of his car at track meets. Once he knew the shoes sold, he built a supply chain, got partnerships, and scaled globally. You can do the same thing in reselling or in e-commerce business. Start small, prove the concept, then build the machine. And when you start in this, you need to avoid common mistakes. The first mistake is trying to sell on every platform at once. Master one, and then you need to expand. The second problem is overthinking product choice. The best seller is often already in front of you. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. The third problem is ignoring profit margins. Selling $5 items for $7, that's not going to change your life. The next problem is spending profits too soon. You need to reinvest into inventory, marketing, or automation. Use that money to make even more. And the last problem is scaling before you are actually ready. You don't build a complex operation without product market fit. And here's some stories for you to better understand it. Sarah Blakely, she started Spanx with just $5,000 in savings. She was selling her first products from her apartment. Today, she's a billionaire, all from solving one problem for one audience of women. Or Damon John, company Fubu. It started selling hats on the streets of Queens, using his mom's house as a warehouse. Now, this company has generated over $6 billion in sales. Or Howard Schultz. He took a really small Seattle coffee shop and turned it into a world-known Starbucks by focusing not only on coffee, but on the customer experience. These stories all have one thing in common. They started small, they proved the concept, and then they scaled from there. So here's the recap. If I had to start from zero today, I would pick a fast start model, such as reselling or dropshipping or building an e-commerce business. I would find proven demand. I would sell only what people already want. Then I would be doing everything to get sales fast. Action beats perfection every single time. And the last thing I would do is build a system. I would automate, delegate, and finally scale. Because this works. It's not magic, but it's repeatable. So if you want to connect with other resellers, e-com sellers, and entrepreneurs who are building real businesses just like you, join my free school community. Inside, I share behind-the-scenes strategies, step-by-step trainings, and answer questions personally. It's 100% free, and it's where serious beginners turn into profitable sellers. The link is in the description. I'll see you inside. And remember, start today and your future self will thank you.